I just want them bad. I just want them bad. I just want them bad. I just want them bad boys. I just want them bad. I just want them bad. I just want them bad. I just want them bad boys. I just
When you cheated on?
All right, we are back. We were gone, and then now we're back. So we had a break in between. Some family stuff happened, but we're here. We're here now. And now we don't have one. Now we have 2 episodes to break down. So this will be a fun one to go through both episodes and kind of like break it down. So I'm going to recap episode 8. You want to kind of take over episode 9.
Oh,
so
yes.
Episode 8 was the episode we needed to get to where we are now. So basically it's Issa navigating whether or not she's in the right spot in the choices that she's making in life. And does she want to be here with Nathan, or does her heart really somewhere else? Is her heart with Lawrence? Is this the career path she wants? Does she want to go after the money? Or does she want to stay true to her roots? And I think in episode 8, to me, it showcased Issa that you don't necessarily have to choose. Like you can kind of like have it all. And that's what I think that episode was about. But it did give us, it threw me off a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you, because one of the daydreams was so long. Like when she was going through her career path and she was married to Nathan, it was so long that I thought it was a time lapse.
Yeah, it was like they jumped forward. Yeah,
I thought it was a couple years. They had jumped forward until then I went, wait a minute, this is Insecure. She's dreaming.
Mm-hmm.
We're not quite there. Because I was going to be so disappointed in my core if she picked Nathan and stayed with him. But I did like how they brought Lawrence back and where her heart truly was, because clearly she still wants Lawrence. Like she keeps pushing it down and pushing it back, but she wants him. What do you think this led into episode 9? Okay, out. What you want to recap that one?
So the episode started off with Nathan and Issa checking out this new apartment. Personally, I thought it was like the perfect precursor for where their relationship is headed, because they were like, oh yeah, we want to put in the application, and the guy's like, oh, I rented this out 5 minutes ago, and I was like, boop. Nobody's here. This is a sign. But then the episode is more so about, we get to see Tiffany have her going away party, and so this brings like the entire gang together, which I really, really loved. We got to see Torian, and I think I said his name correctly, which is Molly's partner, friend. He made partner. That's one thing. So that was big. And Molly was like so happy for him. And it was like that awkward moment at work. It's like, oh shit, I don't want everybody to know. But no. I thought she did pretty decent with trying to like, come on, y'all, get this man a hug too. So yeah. So then we have all this drama kind of happening at Tiffany's party, because you know Lawrence is kind of doing the whole dick measuring thing about barbecue. Clearly we're not talking about barbecue, but whatever. There's a little scuffle of words between Nathan and Lawrence about barbecue, aka Issa's barbecue.
Yeah, Issa's the barbecue.
Yeah, and I think seeing Molly and Torian let their hair down and have so much fun together at the party. Seeing awesome. Seeing Tiffany open up and speak at the party and like repeat herself, because which was hilarious to me, because I'm like, did this bitch say that already? Right. But I think this was a great episode because it did bring so many of the characters together, and that was like what made me so happy. And then of course the big blow up. Lawrence finally said how he feels about Issa, and then it goes off.
Yeah, this was the episode I was waiting for, because I'm not gonna lie to you, this season has been a little, I can't really describe it. Like I know you said like it's been all over the place, which I agree. I think they have to wrap everything up, but it's been a little drab. It's something missing, and I felt like we got here and I went, this can't end now. I want, we gotta have a couple more seasons. Yeah, I want to see how, because now I feel like it's gonna be rushed. I don't know if we're gonna get everything.
I completely agree. I feel like now we want to know the next chapter. It's like if her and Lawrence do get back together, we want to know the next chapter. We don't want it to end. We want to see what happens. I want to see what happens with Tiffany and her husband, when they move to Denver. I want to see what happens with Molly and Tori and how that relationship grows. So I'm a little disappointed. I think we could have one more season, and like that would just be enough. It's kind of like, again, back to Game of Thrones. They rushed that last season so much, and you're like, why? If it's not broke, don't destroy it. I don't know. Right. Because it might not fix it because you're trying to throw it away. But it's like, this is still good. Your viewers still want more. Why would you let go of a good thing?
The bag. Issa got the bag now. She got 15 things going on at once.
I don't like that. My hope and dream is to become a showrunner. And I hope and pray that I don't do that to my fans. Like if and when my show, I'm not gonna say if, when my show,
there you go,
blows up, I already have 5 seasons in my head. Like I'm done writing one season's done.
What?
I know. Okay. It's so crazy. I'm going back now and I'm like filling it in, adding some more meat to it, but the bulk of it is done.
Okay.
But I'm really hoping I don't do that. I don't want to. If it's still good, let's write some more. Like shit, I love a good show. This is like, let's be like The Bold and the Beautiful, baby. Young Wrestlers. Let's ride this to the wheels.
35 years. Just keep going. Because
it just keeps going.
I feel like this season could lead to something else. I couldn't agree with you more. Like, we want to know what happens to these characters. We're I gave you 5 years, Issa. 5 whole years.
And it had to be more than that because of those long breaks she kept taking.
7 years, Issa. We gave you invested in these characters.
Don't get me wrong, Issa. I did love the photograph, but come back.
No, that was
my movie. Oh, I love that. I actually saw it in theaters twice, and be honest, I did.
Did you?
Well, that's because I went with my husband, and then I went with like my sister. So
okay, you had to pretend like you ain't see it, or you just you saw it.
You know, I suck at lying. I was like, but I loved it, so I'm gonna see it again.
Okay, I was like, oh, I never could do. It has to be a great movie for me to see it twice, and I think that if Unsecured was a movie, I would see it twice. Issa, it's that
I saw Dreamgirls 4 times.
You are lying.
I'm not lying. I'm such a loser.
It was all right, but I'm such a loser. You know all the words too. You want to?
I know all the words.
I met a couple of y'all. I know a couple.
Hold up. I'm dead, y'all. I gotta charge my laptop. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I love that movie. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh no, you good. You good.
We're cooking with gas here, guys. All right. I was like, don't die, please.
No, you good. Do you think that at this point, from what we're seeing, this is the final episode, do you think we will get Lawrence and Issa back together by the way things are going? Or do you feel like Issa's going to throw us for a loop and she's going to stay with Nathan?
If she stays with Nathan, I might flip my table over.
I mean, they don't suck completely together.
They suck so bad.
Not completely.
I have not seen one person on my timeline say that they like her and Nathan together. Not one. In fact, I saw everybody talking bad about episode 8. Like, oh my gosh, this season is trash. And I was like, dang, it's not trash, y'all. Y'all was just going a little too hard. I wouldn't say it's trash.
It's not trash. No.
I didn't hate episode 8, to be honest. The reason why I kind of liked episode 8 is because I understood what she was trying to do with episode 8. Again, this is the end. I don't feel like episode 8 would have been there had this have been another season lined up, but because she's trying to end the show, and I just don't know why showrunners do it like that. Like, just I hate when I feel like a show is being rushed, and I feel like the show is being rushed. And I don't like Nathan, and I'm not even Team Lawrence, but I would much rather her be with Lawrence. And I just feel like they're soulmates, and their souls just keep colliding, and it's like, don't fight it anymore. Like Tiffany said what she said and was like, you know what, go with your heart. Stop trying to be politically correct when it comes to love. And even there was something that Molly had said.
She did.
About her just whatever you choose. She's like, first of all, you already know what you want to do. Right. So just do it and let the chips fall as they may. And that's just the truth. Like, that's just life. Right. You just gotta just start letting shit fall where it may. Like, I can't keep trying to live inside this box because it gets really old after a while. And then before you know it, 5, 10, 15, 20 years have went by and you still in that same damn box. Right. She with Nathan, trying to make corny jokes with Nathan the whole time. But she could just be corny with Lawrence. They could be corny together.
Yeah, I agree. There is a fire between her and Nathan, and I can't quite put my finger on why it doesn't work, because he's kind of awkward too. I mean,
but something about their awkwardness together just feels like it doesn't match. Whereas with Lawrence, when I feel like they're awkward, it's like, oh god, here comes a corny awkward couple. But with Nathan, it's like, here comes the awkward couple.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you guys are awkward, but then it's like Issa and Lawrence, they are the awkward couple. You know what I mean? It's a difference in that.
I agree. I think Nathan is fighting though. He's fighting for it. He didn't just leave, because usually Nathan would have kind of like walked off. Now, I didn't like the way he handled himself at the end of that fight, because he kind of like took that out on Issa. Like, he didn't want, he said like, give me a minute. He's pulling his, like, she didn't hold up, bruh. She ain't do nothing. Like,
I mean, to be honest, she really tried to take your side on this. I mean, I was like, dang, I wonder how Lawrence is feeling at the end of that, because she was like trying to take up for Nathan so much. But I think that's what she had to do, because Nathan is her boyfriend. And so in that moment, especially around all of their friends, like, these are Lawrence's friends, these are her friends, Nathan is the odd man. So she kind of had to take Nathan's side, because he is like the lone wolf in this entire situation. And it's not his fault that her ex is there and trying to get her back.
It isn't. And that's why I couldn't understand why he reacted the way that he did. Because I was like, that's not Issa's fault that happened. Now, I thought it was kind of funny with the barbecue. Like, they were, Texas barbecue is pretty good. And it's like, no, LA is the best. And I like
Texas is probably better. I'm just saying.
The barbecue.
I'm thinking about the barbecue. I never even ate Texas barbecue.
Had LA barbecue. Now, I've had their tacos.
I mean, if you're talking about the food trucks, I mean, yeah, I go to the food trucks in LA, but I mean, Texas is known for barbecue. That is true. Like, that's what Texas is all about. They barbecue. Now, I might not want it because it's pork, but hold the hog, bring me the beef. But yeah, I would have to say I'm down with LA, but in terms of the barbecue, I'm Team Nathan.
Yeah, I was like, with the meat, it's okay. The barbecue, Y'all always Mexico.
Like, stick to your street tacos and your donuts, okay? We know what LA is all about. There's donut shops on every corner and taco trucks.
Doesn't make sense, because I'm like, y'all skinny. Why y'all got so many donuts?
So many donuts.
Like, who eating them? It ain't y'all. So I'm like, okay, whatever. But you know who I really enjoyed in this episode? Torian and Molly. For the first time, I felt like Molly could be Molly.
And when she said that to him in the closet, I was like, he had the perfect response when he was just like, well, I mean, we already started the opposite, because I started off hating you. And I was like, you hate me? Come here. I love people to hate me and then love me after they get to know me.
Because it's real. Really love you.
Yes. It's real. Yes. And the whole, I just loved it, because he started off so awkward in front of her friends, and then he's popped that little edible, and it was like,
it all came.
I love the pro marijuana vibes from this season. I've never seen them post, or I mean, like, I feel like there's been weed in some shape or form in like every single episode day on the air. I'm not used to that. Not every, but in most, from Pepper Pig. I mean, there's been a weed situation in almost every episode, and I'm not mad about that.
You're right. You are absolutely right. In every episode, I wasn't even paying attention to them. But now that you mention it, it's a pro cannabis series or show. I love it. Every episode had something in it about cannabis, and showing that even professional people do cannabis. You can still have a job. It's not just some bum sitting
exactly
around.
I mean, these are two lawyers. This lawyer just made partner, and he just popped the Eddie, so I don't want to hear anything. I mean,
I can't do edibles though.
Seriously, I feel like people are so judgmental on the Black community when we smoke. No other. When I go to the dispensary, I'm just in there with so many white people. It's not even funny, and it's like the coolest, most rad thing. But when Black people do it, it's like, oh, you don't want to get a good job. It's like, what? Right. Let's be real here. The good jobs aren't testing for weed. Those are the low-paying jobs, main man.
That you actually are onto something right there. You are absolutely correct.
Let's be real. When I got a career as a teacher, They didn't ask me, was I smoking marijuana? They know what teachers need to do when we get off work. How do you think I come in here every day?
You know, but that's actually right. Like the good jobs, they don't. It take them months and years. We're like, oh yeah, so and so he was on speedballs every day. Like it takes them years to figure.
And even
out.
then, they're like, but he got the job done. You be like, damn. Meanwhile, I can't even take a puff on a weekend to wind down. I'm wanting to get high because y'all don't pay me enough. That's why I'm stressed.
Facts. But I love the fact that like Torian and Molly both, they just met, like all her fears, he got rid of them all. Like she was like, you're gonna get tired of me. And she was, even with the Dro situation, I thought for sure he was gonna react different. I was like, oh, Torian's gonna get upset. He's gonna feel uncomfortable.
I thought he was gonna respond just what he did because I'm like, he high. He ain't gonna care. He wasn't drinking. He was just like, I'm like, that's the high response. Let's be real. That's how we respond to shit when we're high. We're more logical. We're like, well, that does make sense though. You know, like I love that they brought Dro back. Can I just say that? It was so nice to see his tall, handsome self.
How you feel he got, because they had the open marriage and the open relationship, which is a thing now. They don't last. They would let them last. I don't
think that any open marriages last, to be honest.
I've never seen, I'm not going to say they don't come get me. Last time I did that, said that people was coming to get me.
I'm just saying in the long run, they can, but I personally don't think I think that at some point someone's going to get tired of it. I'm not saying that your relationship is going to break up. I'm just saying the open relationship phase of a relationship. Yeah. No. I'm not judging. No judgment. Do your thing. But I think, I'll be honest, me and my husband went through open marriage phase thing, sort of. We said we were on open marriage. Didn't really work.
I've never seen it work either. But I'm like I said,
it's a phase to me. I feel like it's a phase that you can go through in a relationship, but I don't think you can stay there. And I think that's why they made them be divorced in the show, to kind of show like it can work. Mm-hmm. But if you think about it, there has to be something else underlying that's going on in a relationship to even want to be in an open relationship. Because let's be real, I'm gonna be honest. If when you're truly in love with a person, you don't want anybody else of them. You don't want anybody else of you, especially as a woman. I don't want no other man to touch me. Ew.
Right. No. That is true. That is very, very true. And I think also Dro wasn't handling himself right. Mm-mm. The way that he was going behind her back and the things he just wasn't handling it.
Not at all.
Right.
Wasn't he falling in love with Molly at that?
He was.
So, yeah. I mean, that's another risky part about being in an open marriage. You're taking the risk that your spouse is going to fall in love with somebody else.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, don't bring no extra person in your bedroom, because how you know that she can't get down better than you can get down?
And you come home one day and they in there, I'm be mad as I don't know what. What the?
Be prepared for the bullshit if you bring somebody else in your bed.
I thought you're supposed to do that in Vegas anyway.
I
don't know. I've never done it.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, which sometimes they come home with you and he be texting her on the weekend. So just be prepared.
Yeah, I'm not with it. I'm just not with it. It's too risky.
But I did like Dro in this. I think he showed they needed Dro there to show Molly's evolution of where she was, because she wouldn't have, a couple seasons ago, she wouldn't have acted like that. So I like he was the beginning, like the friendship that she's had since forever, and he was there to show her evolution of where Molly is.
When she screamed Dro when she saw him. This episode 9 was so good. But back to her and Torian though. Another moment that was really good from episode 8 is when he sent the wine and the wings.
Yes.
I was like, see, dang, that is love. Wine
with
and
no
wings.
Stipulations. He didn't want sex from her. He didn't want anything. He just sent it.
Just that is love. Because she was having a bad day. Because I was like, you know what?
He knew he'd been there with his parents and the issues, and he empathized with her without needing any type of sexual gratification. He just knew she was hurt.
And that's the best feeling. Those are the best relationships, when you feel like someone is there for you without any ulterior motive. It's such a beautiful thing.
And he's on her level. which I like too. Like, they didn't make Molly have to break her standards in order to get a man. He's on her level. He's an equal with her career-wise. He's an equal with her mentally.
And that's what I wanted that so bad for her. To me, the only other person that I feel like she actually really connected with was Jared, I believe his name was. And he was not on her level in terms of education, finances. And I just feel like she deserved that. Like, Black women work too damn hard to always feel like we have to settle. And of course, I know that's not being fair, because now Black women are like we're leaders in like education and starting our own businesses and shit. I know, we on our shit. So we got to cut the fellas a little bit of slack, because there's way more of us than there are of them. But when you get a chance to get somebody that is on your level and that gets you, I love that for Molly. Like, I love it. I mean, even that attitude towards these mac and cheese balls that I'm jealous as hell that I can't taste. I was like, I wonder if they're gluten-free mac and cheese balls.
Probably. It's LA. Everybody gluten out there, so probably so.
It's the gluten-free capital of the world. And when I tell you, when I go to LA, I am so like not stressed like I am here, because I can't eat shit. Like, I'm struggling to find stuff to eat here. I can't find a good bakery. When I'm at LA, I can just like eat whatever I want, and I'm just so happy. So I'm gonna make some gluten-free mac and cheese balls, because they got me on these mac and cheese balls.
You should, and then put it on social media, your recipe and everything. Well, no, you don't necessarily have to put it on your recipe. I don't mind the full recipe.
I don't mind, because I'm not selling them.
But you never know. What if they some bomb ass mac and cheese?
Yo, I make really good cupcakes, and somebody hit me up and was like, how much I was like, no, not starting. I got enough side hustles as it is. Y'all not giving me no more jobs. Faraji already calls me a Jamaican. No.
Hey, you never know. 7 strings of income. These might be some bomb ass mac and cheese, but you should do that. An Insecure. You should make watching the final episode. You should make girl. Let me tell you,
like an insecure menu. That is so cute. Oh yeah,
like a cute. Oh, it's the final one. It's the last one.
I'm not happy about it being the last one.
I'm not either. Are they coming back? Are they coming back this Sunday, or will we have to wait?
I believe it's a Sunday. It didn't. Yeah, right
after Christmas. Y'all gonna end it after Christmas.
It is after Christmas. I'm listening to they gonna apply. I hate
y'all can't do this to us.
So many different levels.
Y'all can't do this to us. But
Insecure
I think
season finale. We need that to be next. We need a day after Christmas.
We need to decompress before we end it. But I like the way they're ending this. I like the fact that Kelly seems to be more in these episodes, which I love me some Kelly. So I'm glad that she's in here more. Her brother is back. We was wondering when he was gonna make a reappearance.
He was so funny. Oh my god. I
was
love
that his
Jerome.
Man?
Jerome wanted to know if she had a man there for him. And he was like, oh, you don't have nobody here for me. And she was like, right over there. And he was like, see, that's why I love you. I was like, he went right over there. He was already calling that man bae. I was like,
was that his man? Did they know?
No, he just met up.
I was like, what? I was so confused.
Oh my gosh.
But
so
I love the brother so much. I love him. I think he's a great mesh in the show. So I'm glad they brought back Dro. You know, her brother was in it. They
didn't bring back Daniel.
No, they did. I did see a photo shoot.
You took the words out of my mouth, because I was like, damn, he look good. Damn.
Yeah. So you seen it too. Seen it.
I don't care how many men he stay in the room with is taller than him. I'm still gonna pick Daniel. I'm gonna be like, get down.
I don't know. Dro tall, and I like tall. I mean, Dro's not my type because he's a little bit more he's more pretty. I don't like pretty men.
Nah,
but he tall.
Give me all that chocolate. I'm knocking everybody out the way. I'm gonna kick everybody like
gluten in it. It got gluten.
I'm gonna take a Benadryl. Daniel.
Maybe you can still. Let's hold out hope for you that maybe in the last episode, maybe he might be walking through like a grocery store or something. I don't know. I think her and Lawrence have got. It has to be a 180. It has got to be a 180. She was with Lawrence when he was a piece of shit. She's got to be with Lawrence once he made it.
I know. And she deserves it. It's like she's been there since you was sitting on that couch freaking playing video games all day, man. She deserves to be a part of that come up. She deserves to eat from that bag.
Right.
Eat from that bag.
He makes $1 million a week.
Sis was paying that rent by herself for a while.
Right. Okay. And that's why I don't want Nathan for her, because I feel like, I'm not saying that Nathan wouldn't help her, but I feel like Nathan is taking a step backwards, and she would end up doing the same thing she had to go through with Lawrence, with Nathan. And I don't want that for our girl.
If Molly can find a man who is all the things that she wants and more, why
Molly
can't
needs to get married? Molly done. Molly needs to get married.
Oh yeah, Molly is done. I feel like he is gonna be her husband, and I feel like it's so right for her, because with her mom getting sick and just those conversations with her parents about marriage and all that good stuff, I think that's the track that Molly is on. Issa, I'm really hoping that she'll put her pride to the side and just be a stepmom. Being a stepmom is not the worst. Hey, you don't have to worry about carrying the baby right now.
Right. I mean, I ain't never been nobody's stepmama, but I'm assuming that it can't be. I know stepmothers. It can't be that bad.
It's not going to be that bad, because Condola's not that bad. She's really not that bad.
So we liking Condola now?
I'm not liking Condola, but I think that Condola is mature enough and a business enough. Like, she's mature enough as a woman. She's not like that loud ghetto. She's someone I could be like, you know what? As long as me and her get along, I know that it'll be fine. You know what I mean? Like, we can be woman to woman. Eventually, we might even be friends down the line. I know right now it's fresh, but when Elijah like 3, we might be friends. You know what I'm saying? But she's not that loud baby mama that's gonna be like popping up at your spot. You know what I mean? That's the type of baby mama. I'm not even.
Right. And I'm like, listen, what? Issa, as long as you don't wash the baby stuff in like Clorox or stuff like she seemed like she would be like an Honest brand kind of girl. Like,
me too.
You gotta use Honest, but that's because y'all bougie. But you gotta be. that's you know how expensive that shit is. That shit is expensive as fuck.
I know.
Honest. That Jessica Alba stuff?
Yes, even my daughter even has Honest leggings. Did you know they make leggings?
There, I didn't.
But they sell them at TJ Maxx, so
I didn't even know they made them.
I know, organic cotton.
Because I looked at the diapers. It's one my children.
I love Best diapers.
When I saw them, probably it's cute. I saw the prices. Like, nope. I didn't even get Huggies. It was Love.
Girl,
Love it is.
Oh my God, that's so funny, because my husband came in here one day with a box of Huggies, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? Like, where's my Honest diapers? What do you mean there were no Honest diapers? What?"
So what I say,
I tried a pack of Loves with my son. I threw them in the trash. I was like, "I'm not doing this. I can't do this. They sound like plastic. I can't. I can't do it." It reminded me of those pads that used to stick to your butt.
I was like, no, y'all gonna be Missy Elliott in this bitch. I can't stand the rain. You
know what kind I used to get from the nurse's office at school?
No, the hospital ones, because they different. They was like mattresses.
Them bad boys was thick. You unfolded like, God, but what the? You literally put a brick between your legs. Like, I'm gonna put this brick between my legs.
So yeah, it's a toddler mattress. You just carry it around with you.
Oh, that bitch. We are awful. But yes,
I think
could be that mama.
I think she should, and I think she wants to be. The way that she kind of. You see her looking at the baby, and I'm glad. Speaking of Condola and Issa, they did have a moment.
Mm-hmm.
It was awkward to me, but Condola seemed to be like, "Oh, it was good. It was lovely." I don't know. Maybe she lied to Lawrence.
I think it went as best as it could go. I think that's kind of what she was implying. At least I thought so. Like, it couldn't have gone worse. I mean, it could have gone worse.
Right?
It could have gone worse, but this is pretty good, considering this is like our first time actually speaking and seeing each other since the baby. And I mean, because Condola and Issa started out working together, and then Condola was like dating her. It's the whole thing is so awkward and messy. So I think they both handled it really, really maturely, because it could have went so different.
Now that you mention it, you are absolutely correct. It could have gone off the rails. You know, Condola and Issa could have started going at each other. Like, you was talking to my man.
I would have been so upset because Condola was literally holding the baby.
But that's her baby.
I know, but I don't like when people bring that drama energy around the kids. That's what I'm saying. Like, I would have been upset with Issa if Issa would have started drama in that moment. It's like, chick, I have my baby in my hands. Right? Like, are you serious right now? And just that energy. Like, I would have been like, Issa, I'm your best friend, but you are wrong for that shit. That baby does not deserve that. You know?
Yeah, I agree. And I think they did do a very good job. And I think they're trying to bring the baby around Issa. I feel like, this is my prediction since we're on predictions now. I feel like my prediction, Issa and Lawrence get back together. Somebody getting married at the end. I don't know who it is, but I feel like we gonna end up at a wedding.
time jumping. We're time jumping.
I feel like we're gonna time jump. We have to in order to end it.
I know. It just
maybe 5 years.
That sneak peek is just real. I don't know what's happening. I watched it twice.
Time jump 5 years. We gonna time jump 5 years.
I told you that's what they did in Gossip Girl. They time jumped exactly 5 years, and it was amazing. And I personally wish they could start the show again from right where they ended that time jump for Gossip Girl, instead of them rebooting it to these new young losers. Suck. Hate it. I won't even watch it. I'm not wasting my time. I watched like 3 episodes. I'm like, I'm not wasting my time. But if they could start it over from the main characters right where they ended it with that time jump, I'm tuned in every week.
Okay.
I'm tuned in every week.
Yeah. So I think we'll see what happens, but that's my prediction. What's your prediction for this final episode?
If they don't time jump it, I will say I will be disappointed because we need to know what happens in the future. I don't want them to just end it with like Issa and Lawrence kissing because they got back together, and Torian and like, you know what I mean? You know, in the back like holding hands. Like, I don't want to see like Torian and Molly like holding hands or Issa and Lawrence are kissing. Like, I don't want anything cheesy like that. Like, I need to see those daydreams that Issa had into fruition. Like, exactly how they did those daydreams. That's what I want to see for the future, but for like everybody.
I think we're gonna get that. I think Issa knows enough that her fans waited a whole year to get this final season that she's not gonna do that to us. She has to wrap it up in a way that
ends it. I don't feel like she's done a lot of writing though this final season. She hasn't been writing.
That's what it was.
She hasn't been. Every time I turn around, someone else wrote the episodes. I'm like, that's what's so different, because I feel like she was grinding so much harder in the beginning. Like, she was writing, and you could kind of tell like she's not really writing so much anymore.
She got that. You see Issa, right? She got that glow up.
Yes, she looks so
she got that glow up.
She looks amazing.
Yeah, even that picture that they showed of her, the old picture with her and Molly, I thought that was really cute that they put
both
that in there.
Everybody, they all look so good.
They do.
Even especially Daniel.
But on that, how can people listen to you? Because you got a new episode coming out, and you said you're gonna on your podcast.
Yes,
break it down.
Yes, so check me out on iCarQueen.com. You can check me out on all of your major podcast stations. Queen Talks with Nerra, and of course, follow me on social media as always. Nerra Muhammad, I call her Queen. That's me.
There you go. And you can follow me at Leise Winnie on Facebook and on Instagram. And you can find Millennials Anonymous on all major podcasting platforms and listen to it. We got a Christmas episode out now. So make sure you go do that, and make sure you go with everybody. Nerra, myself, do everything. Do everything and come back, because we're here. I don't know. Maybe we'll bring in some friends to dissect this final episode, and we can have an Insecure party, and we can eat Nerra's mac and cheese, gluten-free mac and cheese balls from afar. So there you go.
I cannot all make some. Figure it out. Let's do it.
Let's all make some. We're gonna all make
mac
some,
and
but
cheese
we'll be back.
Ball cook-off.
There you go. I don't even know we won't be able to taste it, but that's okay. We'll taste our own. All right. But that's
all
it.
right.
We'll be back. Peace.
Peace.